We are not pitting Surrey against any other municipality in Metro Vancouver. What we're generally talking about is a sustainable funding issue, but in all of that discussion, we want to make sure Surrey is not ignored. We start thinking about all the people that have moved to Surrey because of more affordable housing. These are people that depend on transit. So many of them do not have vehicles as an option. Public transit is their only way of getting around.
We are proud to be here today to stand in solidarity on the need for more service south of the Fraser, but it's not just south of the Fraser, it's through the whole region. They continue to pass ups, there's not enough service hours for the public out there, and the bus system is in a crisis. It's interesting to note that previous plans called for 1,600 buses in the region by 2006. 7 years later, we have 1,400 buses in the system, and that shows exactly what the problem is on the road. There's not enough buses out there, there's not enough service hours, and the public continue to demand more service out there, and accountability from the leadership at the federal level, at the provincial level, and at the municipal level has to step up to the plate here and deliver. Ridership continues to increase. Currently our buses board approximately 1 million passengers a day. TransLink approach, and they call it service optimization, is to rob Peter to pay Paul. And if there is no adequate funding or sustainable funding solution here, we are going to see more cuts in the bus system. That is guaranteed. Provincial elections are in less than 3 months. This is our opportunity to hold the MLAs that are running for these positions, put the question to them, what do you intend to do? Because if you ask a politician, do you support sustainable funding? They all say yes. The hard question that they need to answer is, if you support sustainable funding, how do you intend to access money to pay for sustainable funding? How do you intend to do that?
You know, we seniors want an age-friendly community. And an age-friendly community means there has to be good public transportation so seniors can continue to participate in civic life. What we see, more and more seniors are not able to get out of their residence and develop all kinds of sicknesses, especially depression, which leads them into acute care and long-term care facilities. And really, that's penny wise and dollar foolish. It doesn't take that much to improve the public transportation system, but it takes an awful lot of billions of dollars for our health care system. So I think we should get wise. There's a provincial election coming up. We seniors have developed the seniors agenda, which we are going to push for, and one of these points in there is a good public transportation system for seniors and the general public. Thank you very much for coming out in the rain.
Very concerned about the fact that our handy-dart passengers are suffering. The denial rate has doubled. They're being stuck at home. They're being forced more and more to take taxis, which they simply can't afford. And the TransLink is not listening and not increasing service to demand. In fact, they're planning on reducing service.
I spoke to my friend Jessica the other day, and she said while waiting for a bus heading to Cloverdale, she found the bus zoomed right past her due to a maximum capacity of the bus. She had to wait an hour before she could get on the next bus, her worry being that the next bus wouldn't stop for her. This is a story I've heard quite a bit from students as well as other citizens in Surrey. Arzo, another friend of mine, who's a single mother and lives in Langley due to lower housing costs, she's got to spend extra money to maintain her car expenses, as there's no accessible public transit in her area that allows her to attend full-time school to pick up her son at the end of his day at daycare. The money going to her vehicle expenses could be better spent on provisions to her child. There's also a common trend with First Nations, women, immigrants, seniors, and student communities in the Fraser Valley, where access to food outlets can prove to be difficult in the regions they live due to urban sprawl. Surrey residents pay the most zone-based fares going to and fro downtown and other areas, but there's a serious lack of return. We have a subpar transit infrastructure here in south of the Fraser. In 2012, the average household cost to keep a car on the road was about $8,000. Affordable public transit can reduce transportation costs.
So with the budget cuts that TransLink has in their budget and the provincial budget, we're locking ourselves into an auto transportation world here in Surrey. The infrastructure was built 30 years ago for auto transportation. We're trying to change that, but we need the funding for that. You know?